Mark, you have kids, right?
Yes, sir.
How old are they now?
18 and 21.
Yeah, okay. So are they in the house still, or did they fly the coop?
One is teetering, but my youngest just started first year university, so she's going to be here for a little bit.
Yeah, makes
And
sense.
eldest is taking some university courses, but mostly working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Right on.
Morning, Jerry.
Morning.
Morning, Jerry.
We're going to start
Morning.
the breakout rooms if you folks are amenable.
I actually need to go wake up my kids, so I will be back.
Okay. Natalia, do you want to go to a breakout room or do you want to stay here?
No, I'm okay. I'm gonna stay.
Okay. Morning, Ed. How's Ed doing this morning?
Everyone.
Good to see you. Life is treating you well?
It is.
Excellent. Very pleased to hear that.
Just a bit of snow to shovel.
You don't have folks you can assign to that?
No, I'm not a good delegator.
Nice. There's Myron. Good morning, Myron.
Good morning, Mark. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. You're going to flip me over to one of those special private rooms that you have aligned?
Yes, sir. You are
Wow.
on your way to having a great day. Morning, Daria.
Morning. How are you?
Good. Did you have a
it's
good,
cold outside.
good sleep last night?
Yes.
Good for you.
Yeah, it was a good evening. Watched a few movies.
Nice. Good to have that break.
Yes, yeah.
Morning, Dan.
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
Very well. How about yourself?
Yeah, real good. Thank you.
Good. Happy Friday.
Yeah, already.
Morning, Charlene.
Morning.
And there's Laszlo. Morning, Sandra. Look at that. We got rid of everybody. I have the power. who is going to join us next. Mr. Schroeder. Morning, Charlie. Morning, Dave. Who's in those pictures behind you there, Natalia?
Oh, those are the icons that my parents got me. And then, I don't know, it's like the other one is like my mom gave it to me for Christmas. And my siblings are younger. So, and my cousins. So, yeah.
Well, that's great. Morning, Zach. Morning, Ash.
Sorry, Mark. How are you?
Quite well, thank you. How about yourself?
Great. Life's good. No complaints. I haven't seen you at the gym lately.
No, I'm working out at home.
Oh, how's that going?
I kind of got a routine going. It's not certainly not ideal, but pretty good setup. Keeps others motivated around here as well.
Well, as long as you're working out, Mark, that's all that matters.
Yeah. Morning, Andre. Sorry, you were by yourself there. You've been bad, so I sent you in the corner. There. I can see you. Okay, I got Don to join you here. Here we go.
There, okay.
There we go. Morning, Don.
My computer doesn't like me this morning.
Oh,
So how are you all?
we are good. We are very good. Morning, Dale. Can you hear me now? Working on it.
There he is.
There we go.
Oh,
Can you hear us now, Dale? Morning.
oh, he's on mute, Mark.
I think you're on mute there, Dale. There it is.
How's that?
Ah, it's perfect.
Okay, good morning to you.
Good morning. We're just doing our breakout rooms right now. So
Okay,
if you like, I can move you to one of those and then we'll all come back for the main session.
sure. I'll just listen in. I won't obviously say anything.
No, feel free to join in. We're definitely not shy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, Andre, I just wanted to say that I really thought Lynn was doing something really special for Maddie. And does she need help with it at all, or is she getting good response?
Well, I think I'm not sure if it's Lynn or Laura. I think it's Laura.
Laura. Yes,
Yeah.
it's Laura.
Yeah, I haven't really touched base with her about that at all.
Oh, okay.
But she's going to be we can ask her during the meeting. She's in a breakout room here and stuff.
Okay, good. So.
I don't think she's joined yet.
No.
But I know today's her deadline and we've got some things that we're dropping off.
How are you, Natalia?
I'm good, thanks.
That's good. Must be missing all your trips, not being able to get out to Canada.
Yeah, I went with my coworkers to dynamic gymnastics, and it's not at the old place anymore. It's at the new place now. It's 5 minutes from Surface Place. So, yeah, so they have the new ones. But I just heard from my coworker that the new gym is canceled because of the COVID. So,
yeah.
At
least for groups.
Yeah, because when I was there to see the place, there's only 3 kids with one of the coaches. But other than that, my coworker said to me that it's canceled because of the COVID.
Right.
So, yeah.
So, we'll see what happens.
So I don't know if I'm coming back. I don't know it for sure. Maybe next year. I don't know what's happening with that. Yeah. So
I don't know who this COVID guy is, but he doesn't have a lot of friends. That's all I know.
Everybody loves to hate. Yeah. So
I don't know when I'm coming back to work.
So, tough one all around. So Kevin, did you get all your renovations done?
Yeah, we did. It did seem to take forever, though, I must say. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Are you happy with them?
Yeah, we are, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So nice little area of town you've got down there. It's a little pocket.
Yeah, we really like it. It's nice. Yeah.
So I like doing flags down there.
Sorry?
I like doing flags down there. You get turned around, but you see really, really neat, interesting homes.
Oh, they are quite different.
Yeah.
Morning, everybody.
Morning, Daria.
Morning. How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Doing well.
Good.
Say mid-sentence in our breakout room when we got cut off.
I apologies for the ignorance of the transition.
No, we got the little warning. The flash came up.
I have to say it's so cool when the breakout rooms close and the main screen populates up again. I feel so popular all of a sudden.
It warms your heart.
It does. It's so great to see all your bright shining faces.
But it's that full effect, right?
That's truly. So we're going to start this show with this. Good morning, everyone. I'm your host president, Mark Dixon. Welcome to the Rotary Club of St. Albert morning meeting number 1485 on November the 20th. Shout out to our executive team, board members, Rotarians, guests, and restaurant servers. Please stand for the singing of O Canada. Lovely. And Charlie, you particularly did a good job this morning, so thank you for that. Inspirational moment. Kathy, if you would, please. That was a little pushy.
Sorry, we don't need a mask because we're in the same household.
Yeah.
Morning, everyone.
Morning.
I'm going to start this inspiration moment with credit to John. I said to him last night around 9:30, 10, I have to do inspiration. He goes, I've got a good one for you. So if I hadn't done that, you probably would have found me. So
I will anyway.
Years ago, anthropologist Margaret Mead was asked by a student what she considered to be the first sign of civilization in a culture. The student expected Mead to talk about fish hooks or clay pots or grinding stones. But no, Mead said that the first sign of civilization in an ancient culture was a femur, or your thigh bone, that had been broken and then healed. Mead explained that in the animal kingdom, if you break your leg, you die. You cannot run from danger, get to the river for a drink, or hunt for food. You are meat for prowling beasts. No animal survives a broken leg bone long enough for the bone to heal. A broken femur that is healed is evidence that someone has taken the time to stay with the one who fell, was bound up by the wound, has carried the person to safety, and has tended to the person through recovery. Helping someone else through difficulty is where civilization starts, Mead said. We are at our best when we serve others. Be civilized. And that's my message. Good morning, everyone.
That's lovely. Thank you very much, Kathy. And we are going to go straight to introduction of guests. Daria, could you introduce your guest, please?
Sorry, I couldn't take myself off mute for some reason. So yes, Kathy will introduce our guest speaker a bit more in a minute, but Dale, welcome. Dale is with us this morning.
Okay.
Excellent. And any guests in restaurant? I'm guessing that's a no. Oh, who are we pointing to? Okay, don't know. Natalia, welcome. Oh, John's coming back.
Hey, Mark, President Mark, fellow Rotarians, my bride of years is joining us for breakfast this morning.
Excellent. Welcome.
That's Carol.
So you know what that means, right? That means we're doing the welcome song. Everyone.
Welcome to Rotary, glad you are here. Come shake our hands and share a friendly cheer. Whether from near or whether from far, we're glad you're here. We hope that you will like our little song because we're proud of St. Albert, and you'll agree our club enjoys some great camaraderie. So we do what we can to help with the needs of our community with our friends at Rotary. With our friends at Rotary.
Outstanding. That was great. So without further ado, we will now ask Kathy to do the formal introduction of Dale Monaghan. And Dale, just so you know, on the next slide, we have your intro video. So let me know when you'd like to proceed with that.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
Awesome. All right, I'm really excited to be bringing Dale in to talk to us today. I met with Dale, I don't know, Dale, was it a couple months ago now?
Yeah.
And, you know, as my role through work, and our conversation, and he's going to talk more about it, but it checked off a bunch of boxes of things that I'm super passionate about. One of them being the environment and recycling, and the second one being, of course, inclusive hiring. So I'm really excited to introduce him. So Goodwill Industries of Alberta, otherwise known as Goodwill, is a non-for-profit charity dedicated to creating opportunity for Albertans with disabilities through the power of work and the dignity of a job. Goodwill is in 17 countries, is the #1 social enterprise in the world for creating employment for marginalized and vulnerable populations. Every 3 seconds of every day, someone somewhere gets a job through Goodwill's award-winning career development and job creation strategies. Goodwill here in Alberta is independent of all other Goodwills in Canada, the United States, and the 15 other countries. And our guest speaker, Dale, will explain how this works. Dale is with us this morning to share some exciting news regarding the city of St. Albert. Dale is a proud Goodwillian. I like that word, Dale, Goodwillian. And he has served Goodwill and Alberta through being Goodwill's president and CEO since 2012. He's a proud graduate of the U of A, has training from the Queen's School of Business, and has a varied background in managing businesses, has served at the Alberta Legislature as Chief of Staff for a Cabinet Minister, worked for Travel Alberta, and several other leadership postings. He's married to Lorella, father to Beck, a recent graduate of the University of Kansas School of Business as a result of, it's Becky, being the first ever Canadian fastball player recruited to the University of Kansas Jayhawk fastball program. Dale, Lorella, Becky, and their playful handful of energy, Jay, which is a golden retriever, live on an acreage 50 minutes west of St. Albert. So please give a Rotarian welcome to Dale.
Welcome, Dale.
Thank you. Mark, if you don't mind, we'll play the video now. It kind of is a good lead in to what I have to share with the Rotary team.
You got it.
Since 1963, Goodwill Industries of Alberta has been changing lives for the better through the power of work and the dignity of a job. Thanks to our community, we've become an award-winning not-for-profit enterprise and now one of the largest employers of people with disabilities in Western Canada. With retail operations in 6 cities across the province, Goodwill is proud to be expanding into a new city. This city is known for beautiful parks, is home to the International Children's Festival, and is rated as one of Canada's best places to live. Located along the Sturgeon River, we are proud to open in early 2021 a brand new Goodwill thrift store and donation center in North St. Albert. This new location is an opportunity for Goodwill to support community initiatives within St. Albert, including expanding our efforts in environmental stewardship. Goodwill not only diverts 90% of waste from landfills in the Edmonton region annually, but we find a way to give back, as seen through our partnership with the Alberta Reads Network. With this partnership, volunteer groups come in to sort books that have been donated to Goodwill. The books are cleaned and ready for distribution into socially challenged areas in the capital city region, promoting literacy and education. Opening a new Goodwill thrift store and donation center in St. Albert is a proud moment for our organization as we look to support Albertans with disabilities with meaningful employment than ever before. Together, we carry the torch on behalf of so many as we change lives for the better. And with St. Albert's track record of community development, diversity, and inclusion, Goodwill couldn't be more proud or excited as we set our sights on opening Canada's newest Goodwill Centre of Excellence in St. Albert.
Thank you, Mark. Can you hear me still?
Absolutely.
Great. Well, thank you for that introduction, Mayor Herron. And Daria, thank you so much for the opportunity as program chair to have a few minutes here this morning. I really appreciate this opportunity. And Mark, of course, you're a great air traffic controller. I used to have the pleasure of flying airplanes in the Fort McMurray, Fort Chipewyan area when I was working with the Mikisew Cree First Nation, and they had Air Mikisew. So I had the pleasure of flying airplanes in and out of Fort McMurray, and the air traffic controllers were our best friends. So you're doing a fantastic job this morning, Mark. It's been announced through the video that Canada's newest and largest Goodwill store is coming to St. Albert, where we'll be opening that in late February, early March, so only a few months off. It'll be located in the north region of the community in that wonderful retail powerhouse up there with Walmart and Costco on the north side. So we're taking over the former Rona operation, which will again provide to St. Albert, Alberta, and Canada the largest Goodwill store in the country. And again, we're only a few months off opening. So we're very proud to come to St. Albert. We already have a donation center in Tudor Glen in the south. So this will be a great complement on the north side to have another donation center attached to this brand new spectacular store. So very, very proud. Why did I want to use Rotary as our first public unveiling of this big news? Goodwill and Rotary have a track record of crossing paths and community development going back to your foundation or your formation in 1905 in the United States. Likewise, Goodwill was formed in 1902 in a nearby state in Boston, actually. So for over a century, the paths of Goodwill and Rotary have often crossed paths. For example, George Kessinger was the president and CEO of Goodwill International in 2007 and a proud Rotarian. When he was asked why he, as a Goodwill International, desired to see an opportunity for Goodwill and Rotary across the United States to work together, he mentioned the common roots and foundations, the values being very similar, being like-minded community building organizations, nonprofits, et cetera, So he was featured in the 2007, if I see my notes right here, Rotarian magazine. And this was a fantastic expose as to why Goodwill and Rotary, again, have common foundations, common values, common pursuits of creating better communities. I especially like the third line of your four-way test. We build goodwill and better friendships. When my mom was the president of Spruce Grove Rotary Club a few years ago, I always joked to her that third line in the four-way test was put there just because of Goodwill and our operation. She said, no, Dale, it has something completely different as a meaning, but as president of the Spruce Grove Rotary Club, she was okay that her son was affiliated with an organization within the four-way test. In 2017, I was very proud to receive the Paul Harris pin from the Spruce Grove Rotary Club. It means the world to me. I proudly wear it on my lapel pin, along with my Goodwill pin as well. So again, the foundations of Goodwill and Rotary go back a long way. So I'm just going to take down my notes here. And that was the first part of my introduction as to why I wanted, and through the mayor's support, the opportunity to do our first public announcement through this morning's Rotary Club. Just want to share a little bit about Goodwill in case some of your team members are unaware of some of the sort of the background success and purpose of Goodwill. We change lives for the better. We strengthen families and communities through the power of work and the dignity of a job. We are an award-winning organization. So in just the last few years, we won awards such as the Mayor of Edmonton's Award for Distinction in Employment in 2016. In 2018, we were the top nonprofit in Alberta for recycling and sustainability innovation from the Recycling Council of Alberta. In 2019, we were the Calgary Chamber of Volunteer Organizations top nonprofit in Alberta for innovation. 2019 was a big year. We won an Emerald Award from the Emerald Foundation for our environmental stewardship and sustainability. And in 2020, we were a finalist with the Alberta Chamber of Commerce, Alberta Business Awards of Distinction. We were a finalist in the category of inclusion. And one of your great organizations, the St. Albert Farmers Market, was actually a finalist and an award winner in the category of community, I believe. So we're very proud of that. And we're looking forward to actually working with the Farmers Market as one of our affiliations once we open our store and see opportunities to work with other like-minded community building organizations in St. Albert. We champion and build relationships with other nonprofit thrift retailers, including the Salvation Army in St. Albert, Loseca, and other, again, nonprofits. And I stress the word nonprofit. We're often confused with the for-profit Value Village. Value Village is a great thrift store, although they are not a not-for-profit. Value Village is an American-based for-profit enterprise like Walmart, and we're often confused with again the Value Village thrift chain. So we champion and support like-minded nonprofits like Loseca, Salvation Army, and in Calgary, the Women in Need thrift store chain. About this time of year, there is a little fact that circulates on the internet, and I just wanted to bring to your attention. It always seems to come around. It's like an asteroid. It makes its way around the sun and comes back every year about this time. And it's a myth that's on the internet, and it's a really powerful circulation through social media that it seems to pop up. It's about a fellow named Mark Nolan, and for some reason, it originated about 8 years ago. It's a myth about Goodwill, and I just wanted to share with Rotarians this morning just a quick highlight on, again, Mark Nolan. Supposedly, he is the owner of Goodwill, and he makes $2 or $3 million a year as the owner of Goodwill. Mark Nolan has never worked for Goodwill, never been affiliated with Goodwill, and there are no owners of Goodwill. We are all not-for-profit societies and charities. We're registered here in Alberta through the Societies Act. As president and CEO, I proudly report to a wonderful board of volunteer directors. So just wanted to share this morning again, that's for some reason about this time leading up to about Christmas, that asteroid seems to come back. So the power and influence of social media. Over the next decade, just in terms of excitement going forward, right now, again, as introduced, we are one of the largest employers of people with disabilities in Western Canada. We have about 800 team members, about 30% of which are officially designated through self-proclamation as a person with disability. We think that number is closer to 50%. So we probably employ about 400 Albertans with disabilities. We have a total team of 800, proudly serving 7 Alberta communities. Over the next decade, persons with disabilities at Goodwill will earn over $70 million in wages and benefits. We will pay over $140 million to leases in communities like St. Albert. In this case, we'll have 2 leases. So we are a major contributor, we believe, to the economic well-being of communities, not only through the wages earned by our team members, again, many of which are Albertans with disabilities, but also the leases that we pay. We have 27 properties across Alberta. We lease every one of those properties. We will divert over 140 million kilograms of stuff from landfill over the next decade. We will recycle about 160 million kilograms of stuff that was often or will be often destined for landfill. Over 10 million Albertans will shop at Goodwill stores over the next decade. Of course, that's repeat customers. We don't have 10 million people in Alberta, but over 10 million people will shop. Over 15 million will donate to Goodwill donation centers, and their generosity will help make the magic happen as, again, we employ Albertans with disabilities, create such job opportunities, and develop through career development strategies opportunities, again, for people with disabilities. Of the over 10 million Albertans that will donate to Goodwill, about 750,000 St. Albertans will as well. Now, again, those will be a lot of repeat people as well. But with our 2 donation centers over the next decade, our forecast is for about 750,000 stops from people from your fine community to our donation centers. I call those donation centers depots of generosity. And I call our trucking and our activity with our logistics teams the pipelines of generosity between points of dropping off of used clothing and household goods and our retail stores. So today I was looking again just to announce formally our excitement in going forward and opening our brand new and Canada's largest Goodwill store on the north side of St. Albert. And I was looking for any advice you may have and who we might seek out to have a conversation with to let them know about Goodwill coming to town in such a big way, but also possible partnerships that might make some sense. Again, we're a major employer of persons with disabilities. We're an award-winning social enterprise when it comes to recycling and sustainability. So if any of the Rotarians had ideas as to whom we could seek out a conversation with, we would be very proud to do so. So Mark, thank you very much for this morning and the opportunity to share the news, a little bit of opportunity on the background of Goodwill and what we do as a nonprofit and our affiliation over a century with the Rotary movement. Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you very, very much, Dale, for sharing that information with us, with making your amazing announcement this morning. In fact, I think I'm going to propose that we change our 4-way test so that it says build better friendships with Goodwill. So first question from me, and then I'll open it up to the floor. It is because you're making the announcement this morning, can we now share that information out through our networks?
Absolutely. This is the first moment of introduction to the public, and I would really appreciate if you would spread the good news.
Wonderful. Well, with your permission, we will post that video on our social networks.
Thank you.
Excellent. Any questions for Dale?
Mark, I have a question.
Thank you, Jerry. And then Jennifer.
Okay, Dale, just wondering, you did mention Losica. Have you been speaking with them about possibility of hiring some people?
Not yet, because as of about 15 minutes ago, we hadn't spoke to anybody in the public. Okay. Had the pleasure of meeting with the mayor about 2 months ago to get advice on things from sustainability to job hiring fairs. We'll be hiring about 80 people. I should have mentioned that earlier. Many of these are great part-time jobs because persons with disabilities would actually prefer, in many cases, to have working shifts of 3 hours a week, maybe a couple days a week part-time. So we will be looking forward to talking to Losica. Goodwill is a significant force when it comes to employment and such, and we want to make sure that every other nonprofit in our sector of retail is advantaged from what we do. We come to town very cautiously and graciously to make a difference and not interfere with anyone's operation. So we look forward to co-promoting with Losica, and we'll look forward to getting advice on hiring persons with disabilities. So yes, we will be having conversation with them very soon.
Thank you, Dale.
You're welcome.
Jennifer?
Good morning, Dale. My name is Jennifer McCurdy. Welcome to St. Albert officially. I am currently the president and CEO of the Chamber of Commerce, retiring at the end of this year, but I would love to connect with you and talk to you about how the Chamber can help you reach out to the businesses, make connections, and we also run the farmers market.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Congratulations on your award. First of all, the farmers market, that's fantastic. The best in Alberta. Jennifer, thank you. Look forward to connecting with you to see how we can make things better in a way of our entry and where we can succeed with relationships. So thank you for that offer.
Doug, you have some comments?
So I'm going to go back to Victoria, 1978. I joined Rotary in 1980, and my history with Goodwill goes back that far because in 1980, around that time, Goodwill came into the city of Victoria, and the Rotary Club was very much involved in the establishment and the setting up of their operation. Actually, it was on Wharf Street, I believe, in those days. So there is a strong connection in Canada with Goodwill Enterprises, and welcome to town. And if we and I'm president of the St. Albert Community Foundation, and if we can be of any help, please don't hesitate to call upon us. Welcome to town.
Thank you very much. And somehow the internet caught out and I didn't get the gentleman's name there. I'm sorry. I heard about the relationship in Victoria and stuff.
Doug Campbell.
Doug Campbell.
Thank you very much, sir.
Other questions for Dale?
I have one. My understanding is Losica, the funds that they raise stay in St. Albert. So my question is related to the funds that you raise at your Goodwill Center. Where would they be circulated or distributed?
That's a good question. I'll be completely transparent. We have in the Capital City region stores in Spruce Grove, Sherwood Park, and across Edmonton. And we have an award-winning program called Career Connections based at our White Avenue store. Career Connections is a dedicated organization to create employment for persons with disabilities in the entire capital region. So even without a store, we've been creating job opportunities in St. Albert, Morinville, and that whole north part of the capital city region. So with our stores, they collectively generate revenue opportunities in the capital city region. And this wonderful program that partners with organizations like Gateway and the Alberta Adaptabilities, for example, in Edmonton, Employabilities. We work together as a regional effort to create, again, employment opportunities for people with disabilities through partnerships in the community. So that particular program has been creating employment in St. Albert and surrounding area for years, even without a store there. We see no borders. Our store will create, again, about 80 jobs in St. Albert. We will exclusively hire as many St. Albertans as possible. So again, our whole activity bundle, be it career development, employment, job creation, sees no borders. So yes, we will generate proceeds from our store in St. Albert, but it'll be a collective opportunity across the region for what we do. We hire, again, exclusively as much as possible from the community we're in. We partner with other nonprofits and create opportunities there. So I hope that answers your question. Again, it's a regional effort, and Losica will be hopefully a big partner, and we're excited to work with them.
Stacy.
Yes, good morning again, Dale. This is Stacy Scott Nicolishin. I was very excited to hear that Rotary International had added a 7th area of focus to our work, and that is environmental sustainability. So it comes into effect in July of 2021, and just maybe another avenue to pursue, because clubs will be encouraged to add sustainability projects, whether that's recycle drives, book drives, tree planting, water projects, wash projects to their good works. So that's something that's happened in the Rotary International world, and I'd encourage Goodwill to look into that.
You know, Stacy, the timing of you saying that is amazing. Mayor Herron will speak to this or comment on it as she sees fit, but she toured our amazing impact center in Edmonton, in Northwest Edmonton, in February. It's a 100,000 square foot center of excellence for recycling, sustainability, partnerships for children with disabilities, for adapted bicycles, the Alberta Reads Literacy Program. So if Rotary is moving into, as you said, a 7th area of focus in sustainability, I would be very proud at any point in the next year, especially if we can with physical distancing and vaccines or whatever, it might get a little easier. But even without, we've been hosting tours of our impact center for school groups, nonprofits and stuff. So perhaps the Rotary Club of St. Albert would like an exclusive tour of this amazing impact center. It is why we won an Emerald Award. And again, it's 100,000 square feet of a web of activity on sustainability, recycling, and job creation for people with disabilities. So Stacey, I'm proud to hear about that venture of Rotary International into an area that we endear and are so proud to be a leader in.
For sure. And we had the pleasure, thanks to Daria as well, of hearing from Recycling Alberta, Recycling Council of Alberta earlier this year, and it was a very interesting presentation.
On the heels of that piece there, I'll let you all know, the mayor already knows this, that at that Rona site, there is a huge former lumber yard that the landlord says we can use until they have a purpose for it. It's attached to the former Rona operation. We had mentioned to the mayor that that might be an outstanding area for something sustainability, something recycling. It's a massive yard, if you know it, on the right side of that former Rona place. So although we don't formally have it within our lease, the landlord has said we can use it until further notice. So we are thinking something sustainability, something recycling in that, because we don't really need the yard because it's outdoors, but it's fenced and it might be a destination for recycling or something. So we're looking for options and ideas to utilize that. So thank you for your thoughts on sustainability.
Well, that's a good idea. Anything to make it easier for people.
Thank you.
And thank you for the offer of the tour, Dale. We will definitely be in touch to talk about that. I think we'll have a lot of our members who would be very interested in seeing your facility. So thank you for that offer.
You're welcome.
Other questions for Dale? I'm not seeing it. Oh, is that somebody? No. Just ghost in the machine.
I had another question, but I don't want to hog the floor.
Go ahead.
I found it interesting in your introduction that you had moved from government to the social purpose sector. Obviously, they're partners hand in hand. But could you speak to that decision as a career move from government to a nonprofit like Goodwill?
Sure. I was the chief of staff for then Cabinet Minister the Honorable Pearl Callahayson. She's a Métis MLA, or she was, from the Slave Lake area. I knew her when I was Director of Community Services for the town of Slave Lake when I lived in Slave Lake. So I got to know her over the years. So she brought me in as her chief of staff, and I was there for 3 years. My auntie is former Lieutenant Governor Lois Hole, and she was the Lieutenant Governor back when I was in the legislature. So she often invited her nephew over for tea in her nice second floor room there. I got to really endear the Indigenous community across Alberta. She was the Minister of then Aboriginal Affairs. I grew up with a relationship to First Nations. For example, I went to Katuskanaw School on the Enoch First Nation for a lot of my primary education. So grew up in the Edmonton area, obviously. So after 3 years of being her chief of staff and being busy all over Alberta, I had the opportunity to connect with the chief of the Mikisew Cree First Nation up in Fort Chipewyan, an incredible leader, I believe, on the national stage. And he invited me to become the CEO of all the companies that the Mikisew Cree operated. They had at that time 8 companies. They were one of the largest Indigenous corporate conglomerates in Canada. And had an airline that ran from Edmonton to Fort McMurray to Fort Chipewyan. So I was able to actually work from a home office, like where I'm sitting right now, just west of St. Albert. So I had the opportunity to help them develop their corporations. At the peak of our operation, we were a $100 million a year operation with 1,200 employees, many of whom were Indigenous. And I did that for a decade, fell in love with the whole concept of social enterprise and the ability for companies to invest and do good in the community. And in that case, that was a social enterprise dedicated towards creating employment for First Nation people across Alberta and actually across Canada. So when the opportunity came to vie for the position of president and CEO of another social enterprise with such a strong brand across Alberta and beyond, I went for it. And in 2012, I became president and CEO of Goodwill. So on your question, Stacey, I'm actually for the last 20 years have had the pride of working in the corporate world to create opportunities for vulnerable populations and work again in the nonprofit sector, but in the whole corporate community as well. So I get goosebumps every day and going to work and enjoying creating such opportunity for people with disabilities. And it came on the heels of a decade of creating such opportunities for Indigenous people across Alberta. Hope that answered your question.
It did, and brought up so many other topics of interest. So I would love to connect offline with you.
I look forward to it. How do we do that? I wrote down your name.
I'll send you an email.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Thank you. Anyone else?
No, but I'd like to welcome a guest that's joined us. See that Ms. Jasmine Newton has crawled out of bed this morning to join us. Good to see your shining face. How you doing, Jasmine?
Hey, Jazz.
Welcome, Jasmine. So thanks again, Dale, for your presentation this morning. Next week's speaker is Mark Nolan, the owner of, oh no, we've canceled that. Sorry.
Hey, Mark.
Yes.
You got to be very careful because Mark Nolan, I-N, the owner of the Driving Force, and he's a good friend of mine. So
and he's a Rotarian.
He is. He's a wonderful man, and his name only has a one-letter difference from the fake guy that owns Good News or Goodwill. Hey, Mark, I know you're moving towards closure here. I just wanted to salute Rotarians. My mom was a proud Rotarian for many years. She's of age now where she's unable to be still continuing to serve the community. But again, she was past president of the Spruce Grove Rotary Club. She, as our mom, had my brother and sister and I involved in many, many things that the Rotary Club of Spruce Grove was involved with. So the Rotary Club is awesome. What you do is important. And I salute you today and thank you for everything you do locally and internationally as well. Rotary is an incredible organization. I'm so proud of the work you do and thank you for today.
Oh, thank you for those kind words, Dale. Thank you again for joining us. And in thanks for your presentation at our meeting today, we'll be making a donation in your name to the Rotary International Polio Plus program, a worldwide program focused on polio eradication. So we will get this certificate to you after the meeting. And thanks again for your presentation this morning and for sharing your amazing news at our meeting. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Reports and announcements. I think, Doug, you probably want to say a few things about the Salvation Army kettles and our virtual developments.
Thank you. Sorry, I have to wait for my tech to get here first, okay?
Hard to get good help.
I would have used the term handler. Anyway, so just to remind everybody, I did send out an email. Under COVID, of course, we can't have meetings, and one of the best things we used to do was sit there on the same day that Scotiabank would have its matching dollar day, and we would pass the kettle around the club, and members of the club would fill the kettle. Well, as we know, that our new reality is that we're going to have a virtual kettle. And so there's already $200 in the kettle. The Community Services Committee has agreed to put another $500 into the kettle to help support the work of the Salvation Army. Please do not hesitate to issue the link out to friends and family. In fact, one of the donations actually came from a member of the Jameson family, honorary member Duff Jameson. So please do that. That's how we're going to do that this year. If you wish to do the matching, you can go to Scotiabank or one of its branches here in St. Albert on the Friday, the 4th of December And if you put your money in their kettle there, that will get matched. There's no way that they will match our virtual kettle. That's okay. We'll do our job and we'll raise our money. And the other item will be is that we are going to be doing at least one day at the kettles. And we do have 10 to 12 members of the club that have indicated a willingness. And so we'll start working on that with Tony. So that would be our update. Are there any questions? No, thank you.
Thank you, Doug. We do have a board meeting coming up on December 1st. Our AGM is on the 11th, and our Christmas party is on the 17th. Any other announcements, things to share at this point? Hearing none. Our next guest speaker, hopefully this isn't a surprise to Laura, is Laura Charrois, who's president of the Rotary Club of St. Albert. Next week, if it is a surprise, then I'm going to get in trouble. I just know it. Other clubs, you've heard of this one. St. Cindy is having their wine survival raffle. Tickets are on sale. The draw is happening on the 15th. You can go to their website, and they are celebrating their 20th year. You probably saw the article in the Gazette. They are having a virtual celebration Tuesday the 24th. So if you are interested in attending that, please reach out to them. I will be participating on behalf of the club, just so you know that. Foundation. What does the Rotary Foundation do with its money? Well, the foundation spends charitable contributions on multiple programs, from the eradication of polio to scholarships, vocational training teams, Rotary Peace Centers, and humanitarian projects. The funds are used for programs and projects Rotarians feel passionate about. The 4-star rating by Charity Navigator for 12 years in a row, that's pretty impressive. And 1.2 million Rotarians overseeing the funds at grassroots level. Our funds through Rotary are in amazing hands, doing amazing work here and abroad. And you can read stories and see the details of our foundation's financials in our most recent annual report on Rotary.org. Birthdays and anniversaries. Now, this is a big one, and I think we need to take a few moments for this one. November 21st, Laszlo is turning the big 5-0. 5-0, like Hawaii 5-0. Huge. And if you didn't see his post on social media raising funds for an amazing cause, check that out. So happy birthday coming up, Laszlo. Brian Baczynski, his birthday is on November 23rd. And date joined Rotary Isabel Onaba 1 year on the 22nd. So congratulations to everyone and happy Hawaii 5-0, Laszlo. And with that, I will hand it off to John, Mark, and Natalia. I'm hoping.
All right. Can you hear us?
We can hear you.
Can you hear us at all? Anyone?
Yeah. Yes, we can.
Okay.
They can hear us.
Hey. Okay.
So, John forgot the cards.
No, I didn't.
Not scare everybody.
No, that doesn't scare them. They're used to that.
All right, we're doing
it. Friday.
It's Friday. Yeah. All right, it's Chase the Ace Day.
I gotta say, it's pretty awesome. We're sitting here with 27 people.
20. Yeah, 27. We got a big uptick. I think people are excited about prize at the end. We're doing the
dinner with you?
Yeah, for sure. I'll cook.
Oh God.
Oh, we're frozen.
I don't think they can hear us.
No, I don't think so. Okay.
We can hear you. You're just frozen.
She's like, what's going on here?
That's kind of funny. Man, we should be screenshotting that.
We should be.
Look at Jill. She's like,
yeah, a little bit of
the Matrix. Okay. Well, let's just assume people can hear us. I don't know.
We can hear you.
If you hear us, send me a text message. Yeah. It's gonna be hard for Natalia to pick up.
It is.
Oh well. Okay, we'll do what we can. I thought I heard something.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. Okay, whatever. Okay, so we have 27 players.
27.
Kim hasn't been here before.
Yeah.
So let's have Kim pick a
Sure,
number.
perfect.
And draw a card. For if this person's
The
not
number
local.
pick a number between 1 and 27. You don't need your purse.
Oh, okay, perfect.
We haven't found you. The number
Coming there.
27.
Yeah, I got 17.
No.
You can hear us? Okay, they can hear us.
Okay.
All right, well, number 17 is Laszlo. Hey! Happy birthday, my friend.
Perfect.
All right, go, Kim. Come pick a card for Laszlo.
Okay.
Oh. Sorry, Laszlo, you're a loser.
Not today, my friend.
No. All right, fines. Oh no, let's go to Happy Bucks. So
Yeah,
I
I
can't
think
hear
so.
anybody, but you know,
Anybody
you have
else?
Happy Bucks here. Craig, you should be happy your wife is with you, and you're going on
Of
holidays.
31 years.
My wife is 31 years this year, so that's.
There you go. We'll just start
Don't
creating
sound
Happy
like
Bucks
it.
for people, if
Yeah.
you know. Doug has Happy Bucks. Yeah, just yell from there. They can't hear us anyway. We can hear you fine.
Oh, okay. So last night we finished allocating the money from the Foundation Trust Fund. We allocated $112,000, and there are people on the screen and Rotarian who will get some very good news in the next couple of days.
Hey, love it.
I like it.
Oh, I can see Jen move for a second. Okay.
Can you hear us now?
Here. No. Okay. If you have Happy Bucks, please message it into us. I can hear you, Laz. Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to give a happy buck to the fact that, can you hear me? So with that birthday thing on Facebook, we've raised over $4,000 for the mustard seeds. So that's pretty good for all of you guys and everybody else that donated. Thank you.
Jasmine, since
Wonderful.
you've joined us, can you tell us a little bit about what you're up to right now? We can't hear you. You need to put volume on. I still can't hear you.
I have it on mute.
There we go.
Okay, that works.
The timing of this record Thanksgiving. Listen to what he had to say.
At this level of surge, no matter what's coming next week, we would make these actions if we don't.
I don't know what's going on.
Some bad internet today.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so I haven't really been doing much. I'm just working on school and work, so it's not that interesting. But so I'm taking modules at Outreach. I have one more class left, and then I'm going to do open studies at U of A, hopefully. So there's just that. There's just school and work.
Yeah, it's gonna stop.
Not quite the return year you were planning on.
Yeah, but you know, it's okay. I like just kind of getting things done and getting the ducks in a row, so it's okay.
Awesome. We're happy to see your face.
Yeah, I'm glad to see you guys too.
I just got a note here from Laura Sharwa as well, just to remind everyone that she's sending off her package to Maddie tomorrow. And so if there's anything that you would like to stick in that package for Maddie, to drop it off at their house today.
Thank you, Charlene. What's happening at the restaurant?
So that's Charlene's Happy Bucks. We'll give her $5 for that.
Sure.
There we go.
Go ahead, Kathy.
All right. I just wanted to, Laszlo's fundraiser for the mustard seed reminded me of something else that the mustard seed is doing. So they're doing Make a Mug of Joy. So you need to, if you want, and I will start collecting these at my house or come and pick them up if you want. You need to find a travel mug, not a glass or ceramic one. And inside it, you put a bus ticket, some coffee gift cards, a pair of socks, a note of encouragement, and maybe some hand or foot warmers. And then the mustard seed is handing those out to the homeless in Edmonton, and which serves a lot of St. Albertans. So if you want to fill a mug for the mustard seed, I will collect them over the holidays. And obviously Dean Kerper-White, the CEO of the mustard seed, is in St. Albert. So I'll just drop them off at his house and he can take them in. So I just thought I would add that, and I'll pay a $5 happy bucks.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you. Any other happy bucks while we're at it?
John, it's Jennifer. I've got 5 happy bucks for a great State of the City address this past week. Thanks, Kathy, for agreeing to do it virtually and in person. And people loved it, and it was great messaging. And just during COVID, we're just so glad that we were able to do that. So thank you.
Fantastic. Video's off. That's why, yeah, it was our connection was the problem. So we don't have to look at the camera anymore.
Okay,
That's
perfect.
good.
We'll just talk.
Oh God, now you're looking at me. Okay. Any other happy bucks out there? Going once. Going twice. And Dan Holman's walking out of the room on happy bucks. Okay. When he comes back, someone tell him he owes us $5. Okay, we're done happy bucks.
I think so, yeah.
What do we have for fines today?
Fines, I think most people have been good, but I know you're on a hot streak here.
Well, unfortunately, because we can't share a screen because we have bad internet connection, my screen sharing isn't going to work for us. But I am going to issue a $5 fine to Doug Webster, or should I say Dog Webster, if you look at his name on Zoom. Yeah. We'll just. No, our camera's off. Yeah, they can't see us. So, Dog Webster, that'll be $5 for you. Woof, woof. Let's see, what else do we have here? That is bad. He's the one who did it.
I know.
I was actually going to fine him for another reason, but Dog Webster was just good to pass up. Mark's the one who noticed it. I went in this week to drop my daughter off at work at Staples, and I figured out his master plan. So I went in just to say hi to my friend Dog, and I ended up walking out with a new chair, a new monitor, and I'm about to buy a new printer. So my daughter having a job there is really expensive for me. But I won't fine you for that because, the dog is just too good.
And the dog is too good.
He's like a dog with a bone.
Yeah. Ooh.
Rough. Dealing with customers like John is just rough.
Oh.
But I'll take your money like a thrown away bone. Thank you.
I can be your chew toy.
Oh my.
Okay.
Oh my.
I've got one last fine, unless you have any.
No, I'm good this week.
No? Okay. Before we go to fines from the floor, I just need to ask you, Mark. This is my last fine, and it's for you.
Yeah.
What is it about Emery that looks like Adrian? I'm just curious. I've been guilty of getting names wrong before.
Yeah.
I apologize for that. But Emery and Adrian look nothing alike. Emery has hair. Adrian has glasses.
They're both male. That's confused me.
I haven't checked, but I'll take your word for it.
Just a slip of the tongue.
Okay, well that'll be $5 because
Fine.
Although admittedly we don't really know what Emery looks like anymore because he's so hidden behind that
the
fake
screen, the
yeah,
ghost. I know.
Yeah,
See, I was confused.
So now you look like a ghost. Yeah, I know. Okay, so we're gonna go to the floor for fines from the floor. If anyone has any. No fines from the floor?
All right. Well, it seems like
anybody that shows up in public in a restaurant should be wearing their Rotary pin. So if they don't have their pins, it should be $5.
Okay, so Doug, just find everybody in the restaurant that doesn't have the Rotary pin, and that would be everyone except him. So not a single person here is wearing the Rotary pin. Oh, Craig Mallon is safe. Goody, goody. All right, so with that, I think we're done.
Perfect, thank
All
you.
right, thank you very much, everyone. Have a great weekend.
Can't see me, so never mind.
Thank you, John and Mark. And I think Natalia was trying to get involved there, but they weren't cooperating. So not your fault, Natalia. Remember to like and share us on social media, and we are brand new on Instagram. So keep an eye out.
Hallelujah!
We are there. We are happening. We are the club. And these meetings will be, as they have always been, at least for the past while, posted on YouTube. So thank you to our guest speaker, Dale Monaghan, to Kathy Heron for the inspirational moment and the introduction, Sergeants at Arms, John and Mark, and Natalia, to our guests. And remember, if you need support, reach out to your club members. Lynn King is our caring coordinator, and there are many online resources. And it's okay not to be okay. Now, we are at 8:11. We've got about just over 15 minutes. If anybody's interested in sticking around and going back into the breakout rooms, I can absolutely set that up. So if you're interested, just hang around. If not, we will do the four-way test of the things we think, say, and do. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? And will it be fun? Thank you, everyone. And if you're interested in breakout, hang out, and I'll break you out.
Who's left?
I think this might end up being it.
That's funny.
What do you mean, who's there? There's lots of people, isn't there?
There's just 9 of us now.
Oh, there. Well, hey.
And
nice.
Doug.
Yeah. So what's happening 50th tomorrow? Are you having a virtual party?
I'm having nothing.
You're having nothing. I thought maybe you'd have mustard or something, since you're supporting a good cause, the mustard seed.
Ooh, a taste test. Yeah, a taste test.
Taste it, yeah. A mustard theme.
So you are wearing your Hawaiian shirt.
I am wearing my Hawaiian.
Okay,
Absolutely.
it was dark. I couldn't see. Way to go.
Hawaiian shirt with snow in the background and spruce trees. That's nice.
Welcome to the club.
The white sands of Alberta.
Yes.
Yeah, we were supposed to be going to Hawaii for Christmas, and I'd almost completely forgotten about it, except there were still dates marked off in my calendar.
Oh, that's painful.
Yeah.
Yeah, WestJet's trying hard to get people to go.
Yeah, I think I saw another thing this morning, right? 50% or something.
And a COVID test center project with Dynalife.
Yeah. I'd rather have a vaccine with Dynalife if they get it.
Yeah.
Well, it was interesting because Anita and her husband have left to go south, right? And
wow.
I was talking to the Meachams, right, which normally go down with them. And Elaine said they aren't thinking of going because the is it Walter Reed or whatever, or Mount Sinai, whatever, is full. So like if someone was to have a heart attack, they can't admit them.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah, like that's what Elaine said. She said it's you know, we can hide in our house or whatever, but they're of an age where, you know, and they all have health issues.
Yeah.
She said, you know, can't get into a medical facility if something happens.
Yeah. Well, even the day surgery unit with my dad in a different province, there were probably 6 patient rooms with 4 patients each waiting for their simple heart day surgery. And then it was like the ambulance and the paramedics, one after the other, the entire day. And they just had no place to put people. And that's just a normal day. There were no COVID cases at the hospital. So yeah, I don't know how they're managing. Anybody else have close people?
Yeah, I've had a few I had one of my staff have surgery this week, and we're just happy she got through and got in, and another friend who had a 17-hour brain surgery. And
oh my God.
And and thank God they could get the team together. That was their biggest fear is, it's a 30-person team they have to put together, right? So the number of people that could falter, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there were, I think, 14 different healthcare professionals that interacted with our little patient for that one day.
Right?
It's just, different shift changes throughout the day, whether it's IV, it's not the same person that does pre-op.
So if you can avoid everything, then try to, right?
Yeah. But we have 3 under 25-year-olds that have been infected this week and contacts in 3 different provinces. So it wasn't because they were out partying. They got exposed at work, on the school bus, and 2 at work and 1 on the school bus. So, mild symptoms, thankfully, but all positive.
Yeah. No, when you get compared on the news, I was watching the news yesterday, and they were talking about the American Thanksgiving, and don't use Alberta as an example because this is what happens when people get together for Thanksgiving. And they were showing our numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's all of Canada, actually.
It is, but I don't know why Alberta was the one they were picking, and I can't remember which news station it was on even. But it was like, it just caught my attention, right? It was like,
yeah, and no break.
For Thanksgiving, and they're bad enough down there already.
It seems like every television series too has come back with, they don't want to be tone deaf, so they're integrating what's happening in the world, but you can't escape.
No. Yeah, it's been interesting this week, Stacey, on TV, right? To see that integration.
Yeah.
I mean,
I see Anne Ramsted's on. Anne, how come you're so quiet?
Oh, me? I was listening. But actually, I do have a question for Stacey. Stacey, I saw this week that they made, it was an announcement about the Dame Shapiro and the Type 1.
Oh,
so you're
yes,
still involved in DriftCam?
No, I left the board back in June, but the crew that replaced our group, they did a really good job. That heading to 2022 committee and led by Bill Holtby is doing a great job getting some media attention for the goal of getting 1 million Canadians to donate $22. And they're still partnering with a few of the Rotary clubs across the district. Yeah.
Well, I hope we never actually had them out to our club officially.
No, we just had Dr. Pepper last year. Yes, thank you for that. Yeah. Well, it's all integrated. They're all working on similar projects. And I will say that COVID stalled. They had to turn on a dime to save the research where it was at with all of the clinical trials.